Hi, welcome to Python Polygon. So the next topic is going to be percentage ratios and mixtures. Also, I might have heard from like a few people that my videos are too lengthy, but see the point is it's going to provide value for sure. And in aptitude, the best thing to do is practice more and more. So that's how you get better at the subject. And also, like you can play the video on 2x and then it becomes half the length, right? Okay. So I'm going to do the whole extensive course for someone who is very new to it. So even like a 10th grader can kind of follow up. So that's my main objective, and I guess we'll take it from there. Fine. So percentages is something out of 100. Okay, that's what we need to know. Ratio is uh, the relation between two quantities and how they differ, okay? And mixture is like a mix of many items, you can say. Let's jump into the questions. So the first question is John earns 33% more than Peter, okay? See, first of all, in percentage questions, we need to understand these kind of things. Earns 33% more than Peter, okay? If someone if some quantity A is, say, X percent more than some quantity B, then this is how it's written, okay? A is X percentage more than quantity B. So it's 1 plus X. It's not X into 100. It's not X by 100 into B. It's 1 plus X by 100 into B. Okay. So similarly for less, you can have a minus sign. Okay. So yeah, according to the question, John earns 33% more than Peter. Okay. So John is 1 plus 33 by 100 into Peter. Okay. By what percentage is Peter's earning less than that of John? Fine. Uh, so now see, we'll simplify this as 133 by 100 into Peter. Okay. Now we cross multiply. 100 into John divided by 133 is equal to Peter. Okay. Now we need to know what percent less this is. Okay. So we have to write it as j into 1 minus x by 100. Okay. Because we understood that if it's more, then we have 1 plus x by 100 if it's x percentage more, and if it's less, it'll be obviously 1 minus x by 100. Okay. So is equal to Peter. Okay. So we know these two quantities are equal. So 100, 1 minute. So yeah, 100 by 133 into John is equal to 1 minus x by 100 into John, equating these two right left hand sides. Okay. So John and John cancel. We have 100 by 133 is equal to 1 minus x by 100, and then if you take this side, you will get minus x by 100 equal to 100 by 133 minus 1. Okay, 1 can be written as 133 by 133. So you get this as minus 33 by 133 is equal to minus x by 100. So minus x is equal to minus 33 into 100 by 133. Okay, so this number comes out as 24.8. Sorry. So this is 24.8% lesser than, yeah, 24.8 is approximated as 25, is lesser than John's salary. Easy. Next question. The price of sugar has been decreased by 10%. As a consequence, monthly sales increased by 30%. Find the percentage increase in monthly revenue. Okay. So revenue and sales is two different words over here. Okay. In some questions, they might use it as the same thing. They may say sales and revenue as the same thing. Okay. And here, what they mean is, like, if you read the question properly, you'll understand that the sales means the number of items moved. Okay, number of items, and revenue is in the dollar amount, so basically the monetary value. Okay, that's what it is. Now see, the price of sugar has been decreased by 10%. Okay, as a consequence 30% increase in the this thing has come. Fine. increase, percentage increase. Okay, one more thing we need to know. Percentage increase is written as the change divided by the old value. Okay, so to find the old revenue, imagine they were selling n products every month. Okay, n products every month, and the price of the product was p. Okay, yeah, price of sugar was p. Okay, this is the old value. Okay, now we find out the new value. The price has been dropped by 10%. So price into 100 minus 10 by 100. Okay, because it's dropped by 10%, so it's p into 90 by 100. So this is going to be the new price. Okay, 9p by 10. 9p by 10 is the new price, and the sales is increased by 30%. So this is the value of the sales, 100 plus 30 because it's increased. Okay, and you get this as 13 by 10 into n. Okay, so now if we use this formula, we find out the change as 13 by 10 into n into the new value of sugar, that is 9p by 10, minus the old values is nothing but np. Okay, old revenue divided by old revenue. Okay, so this comes as 130 117 into np divided by 100 minus np divided by np. Okay, this comes as 17 by 100, and all the np's cancel, so you get this as 17 by 100. Fine. So there's a 17% change. Okay, there's a 17% increase. That's the answer. Fine. Next question. Jack consumes 75% of his salary. Later, his salary is increased by 20% and he increases expenditure by 10%. Find the increase in his savings. Okay. For this, again, to find the change, okay, percentage increase, it's nothing but change divided by old value. Okay, percentage increase. So here we assume his salary to be S initially, and expenditure to be E. Okay, so his old savings were obviously how much he earns salary minus his expenditure. Okay, so he spent 75%. That means if this was S, he spent 0.75 S. Okay, so he's left with 25% of his salary. Okay, that was his old savings. Fine. Now his salary is increased by 20%. Okay, so new savings will be new salary. Okay, minus new expenditure. Okay, his new savings is all right. His new salary is increased by 20%. So his new salary is 1 plus 20 by 100 into old salary. Okay, and in fact his expenditure also increased by 10%, right? So that will be 1 plus 10 by 100. Okay, into his expenditure was 0.75 into S. Yeah, so this will be the answer, and the new savings will be 1.2 into S minus 1.1 into 0.75 into S. Okay, this comes out to be 25. 1.2 S minus 0.825, 0.375. So this is his new savings. Okay. Now percentage increase is nothing but change by old value, right? And old savings was 0.25 s. Okay, the change will be subtract this. So it will be 0.375 minus 0.25 divided by 0.25 into 100 obviously because it's a percentage. Okay, so percentage increase. So this comes out to be 0.375 minus 0.25. It's 50%. Okay, so there's a 50% increase in his savings, even though his expenditure went up because his salary went up 20%. All right, next question. 5 years ago, Ram's age was 50% less than Shyam's age. Okay, if the ratio of Shyam's present age to Ram's present age is 4:3, what will Ram be after 7.5 years? Okay, so we have to see always when we go back in time, forward in time, always have to have a timeline. Okay, so this is today, let's assume. This is the future and this is the past. Okay, so when they went back, always think that you're going back in time. Okay, so if the ratio of 5 years ago, Ram's age was 50% less than Sham's age. Okay, that means so you get Sham's age. We'll say Ram's present age is R, Sham's present age is S. Okay. So 5 years ago, both were R minus S and S minus 5 respectively. Okay. So this becomes 5 years ago, Ram's age was 50% less. So we do R minus 5 is equal to 50 by 100 because it's 50% less. 1 minus 50 by 100 into Sham minus 5. So R minus 5 is equal to it becomes 50 by 100 only into s minus 2 and s minus 5. So this comes as 2r minus 10 is equal to s minus 5. So our first equation is 2 into Ram's percentage minus 5 is equal to Sham's percentage. Okay. Second part is if the ratio of their percentages is 4 is to 3. Okay. That means Sham is to Ram is equal to 4 is to 3. Okay. So we have s by r equal to 4 by 3. So 3s is equal to 4r. Okay. So if we multiply this by 2, we'll get, sorry, we multiply this equation by 2, we'll get 4r minus 10 equal to 2 into s. Okay. Now we substitute this over here. We get 3 into Sham minus 10 is equal to 2 into Sham. So Sham minus 10 equal to 0. Sham's age is 10 years old. Okay. If Sham's present age is 10 years old, then what is Ram's present age? We need to find out. Uh, so 4 into Ram minus 10 equal to 20. This becomes 30. Ram becomes 7.5 years. So what will Ram's age be after 7.5 years old? So it will be 15 years. Alright, next question. So this family can use tap water from for up to 10 days when the tank is full. If the water consumption of his family increased by 25% per day, how many days will the tank last? Okay. So let's assume that daily consumption was T. Okay. Daily. So the capacity of the tank will be 10 into T, right? Because for 10 days they could use it. Okay. Now if they increased it by 25%, then it will be 1 plus 25 by 100 into T, the new consumption. Okay. So this will be 1.25 into T. Okay. And how many days it will last? We have the volume of the tank and we have daily consumption. So just divide the numbers. Okay. So we get this as 10T by 1.25 T, which is nothing but this is 5 by 4. So this 4 goes up 48. So it lasts for 8 days. This was easy. Next question. There are two types of sugar. One is priced at 62 per kg and other is 72 per kg. If these two are mixed and the price of the new mixture is 64.5 per kg, find the ratio. Okay. So let's assume the two types of sugars were S1 and S2. Okay. So S1 is priced at 62, S2 is priced at 72. Okay. And they are mixed in some proportion. Let's call the proportion uh, see, always ratios can be written as in any form. Okay, see, for example, I'll tell you I have a ratio 3 is to 2. Okay, I can divide this ratio throughout by a constant number. That is possible. Okay, so I'll divide throughout by 3. I'll get the same ratio as 1 by 1 is to 2 is 2 by 3. Okay, I can also divide this equation by 2 and I can get the ratio as 3 by 2 is to 1. Okay, so I can manipulate it in any ways. So let's say the ratio is n is to 1, okay, where n parts of S1 is used and one part of S2 is used, okay. So we'll get the ratio and then I'll tell you how to go to the answer. Fine. So 1 is priced at 62 per kg. So S1 into the proportion used, okay, plus S2. This is the price, okay. Wait, let's substitute directly. So the price of S1 is 62, 62 into n plus 72 into 1 divided by, see, always if we have a mixture of two items, okay, and then we know the prices of both of them, or even if we have n items, okay, write the whole thing as price divided by the number of kgs, okay. So the weight in kgs divide the whole thing price divided by weight in kgs, okay. So we get this as, see, if there were n parts of S1 used and one part of S2 used, the total is n plus 1 parts, okay, is equal to 64.5. Okay, this is what we have. Now we multiply 62n plus 72 is equal to 64.5n plus 64.5. Okay, this cancels 2.5 times n is equal to, this goes that side, so 72 minus 64.5. So this will be 7.5. 7.5 equal to 2.5 n. Okay, so n comes as 3. Okay, so we assumed the ratio was n is to 1. Okay, so the ratio is 3 is to 1. Okay, this surprisingly came to be something is to 1 only. Okay, if we didn't get that, if it was say 3 by 2 is to 1, to convert this, we simply multiply by this denominator. Okay, so it will be 3 is to 2. Or if we had 3 by 10 is to 1, okay, we would have the ratio as 3 is to 10. Because you can multiply and divide by a constant positive integer on both the sides. Okay, so that's the answer. Next question. A drum contains 40 liters of whiskey. I know quite a few friends of mine who would want this drum. Fine, 4 liters of whiskey is taken out and replaced by soda. This process is carried out twice. Okay, how much whiskey is now there in the container? Okay, so a drum contained 40 liters. 4 liters was taken out and replaced by soda. This was carried out twice further. Alright, so we'll start from here. First, there was 40 liters of whiskey, okay, pure whiskey, no mixing, okay. So someone wants to remove 4 liters, okay. So once they remove the 4 liters, how much is left in the drum, okay. So it's 36 liters first, okay, 36 liters of whiskey, okay, and then they added 4 liters of water. So this is 36 liters plus 4 liters of water, okay. Now they do this process twice. Okay, so we need to find out in the end how much is left. So let's have this. Okay, now see, if the total volume of the drum is 40 liters, okay, every time 1/4 is removed because 4 liters is removed. 4 out of 40, sorry, 1/10 is removed. Okay, if 1/10 is removed every time, the second time after the water is added, when they remove 1/10 of it using that whatever the tumbler or the mug or something, that time even water will go because obviously it's a mixture, right? So everything in the mixture will go equally. So this 1/10 will go and this also 1/10 will go. Okay, so whiskey and liquor both 1/10 will go, which will be replaced by 4 more liters of water. Okay, so let's calculate that. This we understood at the first exchange. Okay, there is 36 liters of whiskey left and 4 liters of water in the drum now. Okay, in the second exchange, we agree that, see, 36 by 10, that is 1/10 of whiskey is taken out, that is 3.6 liters is taken out. Okay, and 1/10 of this 4 liters also of water, which is in a mixed form right now, is taken out from the drum. Okay, so these 4 liters add up. Okay, and then 4 liters of water is added. Okay, so now what is left in the drum is 36 minus 3.6 liters of whiskey. Okay, that comes out to be 32.4 liters of whiskey left. Okay, so I'll write it here. 32.4 liters of whiskey is left. Plus, there is, see, there is 3.6 liters here of water, and there is 4 liters added extra. So it's going to be 7.6 liters of water. Okay, Then in the last step, the same thing is done again, where 1/10 is removed. Okay, so if the volume of whiskey is 32.4, then 3.24 liters of whiskey is removed. And I think that's all we need, right? We need to know how much whiskey is required. So we don't need to know the volume of water. Just divide this by 10. I mean, no, this is already divided. Subtract this from the amount of whiskey that is already present. So you have 32.4 liters minus 3.24 liters. Okay. 29.16 is left. So 29.16 liters of whiskey is left in the drum with some amount of water, which we don't really mind. Fine. Next question. A shikanji vendor has two drums of shikanji. First contains 75% of shikanji. Second contains 50%. How much shikanji should he mix from each drum so that he gets 12 liters of shikanji such that the ratio is 5:3? Okay. How much shikanji should he mix from each of the drums so as to get 12 liters of shikanji such that the ratio is 5:3? Okay. So we need to know how much he has to mix, right? Alright, so see, let's assume that he took, see, there are two drums. Okay, let's say from the first drum, he took X liters of shikanji. Okay, so obviously from the second drum, he has to take 12 minus X because the amount of shikanji he takes from both the drums has to add up to 12. Okay, so this becomes 12 minus X. Fine. Now we have to find out the amount of shikanji required. No, so okay, the ratio of shikanji to soda should be 5:3. So let's try to write amount of shikanji total what he removes. Okay, so that becomes x into this percentage in plus 12 minus x into this percentage. Okay, so this becomes x into percentage from the first drum, that is 75% of shikanji. Okay, so 75% of shikanji plus 12 minus x into the next drum is 50% shikanji. Okay, so this is the amount of shikanji he has to remove. Amount of shikanji present in whatever mixture he removes. Okay, so that becomes 0.75x plus 6 minus 0.5x. Okay, that's 0.25x plus 6. This is the amount of shikanji. Okay, now the amount of soda. Okay, see, if 50% of something is shikanji and there are only shikanji and soda in the drum, so then 50% is soda, right? Because 50 plus 50 should add up to 100. Okay, similarly, if it's 0.75% shikanji, then 0.25% should be soda. Okay, so using that logic, we will calculate amount of soda in the whole mixture that he made. Okay, so it's x into, if 75% is shikanji, 25% is soda, plus 12 minus x into, if 50% is shikanji, 50% is soda. This becomes 6 minus 0.25x. Okay, so they're saying this ratio, the amount of shikanji to amount of soda, is 5:3. We have to guess, we have to write the amount of shikanji. Okay, so 6 plus 0.25x by 6 minus 0.25x is equal to 5:3. Okay, so we cross multiply. We get 18 plus 0.75x equal to 30 minus 1.25x. Okay, we take x to one side and the constants to the other side. We get 2x equal to 12, x equal to 6. Okay, so 6 liters were taken from each drum because 6 and 6, 12 minus 6 is 6 only. So they asked how much liters of shikanji should be mixed from each drum. So that is nothing but 6. Next question. A vessel full of orange juice and contains 40% orange pulp. A part of juice is replaced by another juice containing 19% of orange pulp. Okay. The new percentage dropped to 26%. What quantity of juice was replaced? Okay, so see, sometimes when they ask you what quantity was replaced, okay, we'll take the directly we'll take quantity of juice replaced as x itself, okay. so that in the end when you find out the value of x, you get the answer. You don't need to substitute it back and find something else. Okay, so for the simplicity of the question, let's assume 1 liter is the total quantity of the vessel. Okay, so there's 1 liter of 40% orange pulp in the beginning in the vessel. Okay, so now what we do is we replace some part of it with 19% orange pulp. Okay, so let's assume that is x liters. Okay, it's definitely less than 1 because 1 liter is the total, but let's assume it's x liters. Okay, now let's calculate the resulting pulp. Okay, the resulting pulp is nothing but 1 minus x is the amount of 40% left, 40% pulp left. So this becomes into 40 by 100, okay, plus the x percent into 19% of the pulp, because this is the part of the 19% juice added, okay, and you divide this by the volume, which is 1 liter, is equal to 26 by 100, okay. So we can cancel 100 safely, and then we get 40 minus 40x plus 19x equal to 26. And we have 21x equal to uh, 14, so x equal to 2 by 3. Alright, 2/3 of the juice was replaced. Then we have to find out the ratio of the replaced part to the non-replaced part. Okay, so basically the replaced part to the total, so that is nothing but 2 by 3 is to 1. If we multiply by 3 on both the sides, we'll get 2 is to 3 as the ratio. So that's the ratio. Fine. Next question. How many kg of rice of cost 9 rupees per kg must be mixed with 27 kgs of cost 7 rupees kg to gain 10% by selling a mixture at 9.24 rupees per kg? Alright, to solve this, we'll understand that, see, if he is gaining 10% by selling it, that means the selling price must be 110 by 100, that is 1 plus 10 by 100 into the cost price, right? Because he is making a gain of 10%. Okay, because if you want to calculate profit, it should be nothing but selling price minus cost price, which is 110 by 100 into cost price minus cost price. So this will come as 10% gain. Okay, so now we need to know that this thing is true, right? Okay, using this equation, we can now find out cost price. Okay, so you get 100 into selling price divided by 110 is equal to cost price. So 100 into 9.24 divided by 110 is equal to cost price. 924 by 110, 924 by 110, 8.4. Okay, so the cost price is 8.4 rupees per kg. Okay, having that information, I'll just clear this. Okay, having that information, now we can go to the next part where we have to assume saying x kgs of 9 kg rice was used, 9 rupees per kg is used. So x into 9 plus 27 kgs of 7 rupees rice was used. So 27 into 7 divided by the total amount that is there. So that becomes x kgs plus 27 kgs is equal to nothing but this 8.4. Okay. Now we solve this equation. We get 9x plus 189 is equal to, we take this side, 8.4x plus 27 times 8.4, that is 226.8. Okay, so if we isolate the x, we'll get 0.6x is equal to 226.8 minus 189, which is 37.8. Okay, so now x comes as 37.8 by 0.6, so that is 63. Okay, so basically 63 kgs of rice of cost 9 rupees per kg had to be mixed. Okay, next question. present age of Vinod and Ashok are in the ratio 3 is to 4. After 5 years, their ratios become 7 is to 9. What is Ashok's present age? Okay, we'll assume their ages are V and A. Okay, this is very simple. So V is to A is equal to 3 is to 4 now. Okay, so using this equation, we can write V by A is equal to 3 by 4. So 4V equal to 3 into A. Okay, this is one equation we have. After 5 years, their ages become 7 is to 9. So V plus 5 by A plus 5 is equal to 7 is to 9. Now we cross multiply. 9V plus 45 is equal to 7A plus 35. So we get 9V plus 10 is equal to 7 into A. Okay. So here we know 3 into A is 4 into V. Whose age do we? We need to find Ashok's age. So we'll substitute for Vinod's age. Okay. So we take this side. We get 3 by 4A. So 9 into 3 by 4A plus 10 is equal to 7 into A. Okay. So we get 27 by 4A minus 7A is equal to 10. Alright, this comes as minus 10. Okay. And 27A minus 28A by 4 is equal to minus 10. So A is equal to 40. So Ashok's present age is 40. Next question. Mark, Steve, and Bill get their salaries in the ratio 2 is to 3 is to 5. If their salaries are incremented 15%, 10%, 20%, the new ratios become what? Okay. Alright, so the trick in ratios is always we can put numbers, okay? Whichever numbers we like, if they follow the ratio, then we should get the answer, okay? So the ratio, if it is in the ratio 2 is to 3 is to 5, okay? So we'll just assume it's 200 rupees, 300 rupees, and 500 rupees, okay? So if their new salaries are incremented by 15%, if this guy got a 15% raise, his new salary would be what? Is what they're asking. So this becomes 230, okay? And if this second person's was incremented by 10%, okay, then their salary would be 330. And the last person, if it was incremented by 20%, okay, that becomes 120 by 100, that is 1.2. This becomes 600 rupees. Okay, so now we have to find out the new ratio. Simply write it as 230 is to 330 is to 600. Okay, so 110 cancels everywhere. You get 23 is to 33 is to 60. That's the answer. Alright, next question. Two numbers are in the ratio 2 is to 9. If their HCF is 19, then the numbers are what? Okay. See, if their HCF is 19, then we know that 19 divides both the numbers. Okay. So let's write the two numbers as 19 into some number m and 19 into some number n. Okay. If the ratio is 2 is to 9, then 19m is to 19n is equal to 2 is to 9. So we have m is to n is equal to 2 is to 9. Okay. So now let's simply write it as m is equal to 2, n is equal to 9. Okay. This is because we can see this is in the ratio 2 is to 9. And then if we have to find the two numbers back, we substitute it back here. Okay. We get the first number as 19 into 2, which is 38. And the last number as, the second number as 1 carry 8 and 171. Okay. So the two numbers can be 38 and 171. Next question. In a box, there are 10 paisa, 25 paisa, 50 paisa coins in the ratio 4 is to 9 is to 5. Total sum is 206. How many coins are there of each? Okay. So let's see. Let's find out the total sum first. Okay. Let's assume the total number of coins in the box is t. Okay. So, as I said, if the ratio is A is to B is to C of something, then the number of parts of A is nothing but A by the total A plus B plus C into the total number. Okay. So yeah, so if we assume the total number of coins to be T, then the number of 10 paisa coins is how much? Okay, so that's nothing but 4 by 4 plus 9 plus 5, which is 4 by into the total, okay, which is 4 by 18 into the total number of coins. Okay, using this logic, we will write the sum of all the coins in the box. Okay, it's nothing but 206 is equal to, this is 10 paisa denomination, so we write it as 0.1 of a rupee. Okay, so that's nothing but into 4 by 18, okay, because we calculated it here, into the total plus, okay, again we have 25 paisa into, this is 9 by 18, okay, into the total plus 0.5 paisa again into 5 by 18 into the total is equal to 206. Okay, so we can take 18 that side. We get 18 into 206 is equal to 0.4 t plus, this is 9 into 0.25, okay, plus 2.5 t is equal to this thing. Okay, again we find out 18 into 206 is nothing but 3708 is equal to 5.15 times t. Okay, so t comes as 3708 divided by 5.15. So that is 720 coins. Okay, so there are a total of 720 coins. Okay, so now we have to find out how many 10 paise coins are there. Again, using the same thing, we get 720 as the total, right? So the 4 by 18, okay, for the 10 paisa coins, there are 4 by 18 into 720, which is nothing but 160. Okay. Similarly, the next type, which is 25 paisa coins, is nothing but 9 by 18 into the total 720. This is 360 coins. Okay. And the last type is 50 paisa coins, which is 5 by 18 of the total. So 5 by 18 into 720, which is nothing but 40 is so this is 200. Okay. So the number of coins is 160, 200, and 360. Okay. So we find 200, 160, 360. This is the answer. A. By this, we come to the end of this topic. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next topic.